Wine, I do not live in the southwest part of town, but I did grow up there on South Jefferson. And the thing I want to say is, I agree with that man that was just up here. You know, you guys boo him and everything, but you know, when you were growing up, there was a time when people cared about each other.
That's why
You
we're
know?
here,
Hey,
because we care about our neighbors.
That's
we
why you're
please
just
have-
doing what you're doing. Everybody should just calm down and start thinking about other things, you know, it's like, there's no doubt it's gonna be a noise problem. There's no doubt. You don't need facts to know that it's gonna eat up water, that it's gonna do some damage to the land. But the most important thing, I think, that the city council, how many of you were born here? 3, okay? So I don't mean to slight anybody, but to know the history of Mason City is to be a part of the city, you know? They used to have Decker's packing plant here. It contributed back to the economy a lot. Northwestern Cement Plant, Portland Cement Plant. You know, there's a lot of companies that they you put up with some things because of that, but none of it was damaging residents of Mason City, except for the smell and the dust on the north end of the plant. You know, on a good day, north wind, you can smell it in the south end, and actually, I kind of like it. But I like it. But anyway, you know, things have changed, and I think that people need to get back to those basics. I agree with him that they've got to get the facts, but I also think that every you, as representing us, as a government that's by the people, of the people, for the people, should listen to these complaints seriously and not move too fast on this. Nobody's saying it doesn't have to be done, but it doesn't have to be done either. You need to listen to what these people are saying. And I agree with him, facts. Facts make a difference. But for right now, like he said, we don't have them, so don't rush and just, I mean, if you approve this now or, you know, whatever, you're just disregarding what all these people feel, and that's who you represent. These are your fellow Mason City residents. You need to listen to them and not listen to big corporations, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing, I'm just saying, nowadays money talks. That's the truth of it. And residents and people of cities get put aside, and they suffer the aftermath. I'll tell you, I worked on the railroad for 30 years. I worked inside a locomotive, decimal levels about 90-something in the engine. I've lost hearing, all right? And it says that these data centers are indoors are about 93 decibels. 85 is damaging. So you can imagine, even if you can't hear that noise, it's still affecting you. Right? And so you're dealing with the health of residents, and I think that should be a big consideration.
Thank you very
The
much.
health of the residents, first and foremost above anything else. And the burden should be put on the residents of the city, you know, with the water usage, electricity, all that. But we all
Your
need
time's
to
up.
calm down